Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Looking for ways to keep the kids entertained while traveling? Netflix Games lets them jump into fun, creative adventures at no extra cost. Everything's unlocked with your Netflix membership. From Paw Patrol Academy and Lego Duplo World to Barbie color creations and World of Peppa Pig. There's something for every little explorer. And you don't need Wi-Fi. Kids can play anytime, anywhere. Visit netflixfamily.com/travel tips for all your kids' holiday entertainment.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And tonight on the Rita Cosby Show, we have a big treat. Joining us in just a moment is John Catsimatidis, of course, the owner and operator of Red Apple Media, along with the beautiful Margot Catsimatidis. John is obviously an incredibly successful broadcaster, business extraordinaire executive, but he's also now actor is going to be listed to his credits. And boy, it was a blockbuster. I just came back, as I mentioned to you guys, from watching Marty Supreme, an incredible, fantastic movie. By the way, the nationwide release of it is Christmas Day, and I cannot say enough about this incredible film. It is about a ping pong legend, Marty Supreme, and played by the great Timothée Chalamet. And there's a lot of stars in it. Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, and also the great John Catsimatidis has a couple really great zingers and great lines in there. And it is a memorable, incredible movie. And first off, here's a little trailer for everybody, and you'll hear John at the end of this trailer.
Hello?
Hey, it's Marty Mauser. I'm in the Royal Suite. I saw you in the lobby yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I never talked to an actual movie star. You know, I'm something of a performer, too.
Are you?
Yeah, you don't believe me?
You
what? What? You got the Daily Mail in front of you?
This is you?
Yeah, the chosen one. It's a nice picture, right?
I have a purpose. And if you think that's some sort of blessing, it's not. It means I have an obligation to see a very specific thing through. And with that obligation comes sacrifice.
Everything in my life's falling apart, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Do you need any help? I could help you.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, this game, it fills stadiums overseas. And it's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
I'm not trying to control you, Marty.
It's unacceptable! It's unacceptable!
But I don't think you understand the stakes. You have no power here.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness. Now look at this, an orange ball, which no one's ever thought of. See, you're already following it way better. Look at his eyes. You're looking more engaged now.
Buddy, custom ball like that is gonna cost a lot of money.
Of course it's custom. It's an original ball for an original guy. It's a Marty Supreme one, not the Marty normal ball.
And joining us now is the great actor. I never thought I'd say that. I've known John for so many years. John Catsimatidis. John, it's great to have you here on the show. Everybody around the country can't wait to watch Marty Supreme.
Well, its grand opening is starting worldwide on Christmas Day, and it's a great Christmas Day movie, and it's filled with so much emotion. There's parts where you laugh, and there's parts where you cry, and there's parts where you have tears in your eyes. And it's a well-made, great movie. The producer, Josh Safdie, on a scale of 1 to 10, did a 12. He did, he's such an exact person. I know one of the scenes that I did, we had to shoot it 20 times because the producer, the director, Josh, is a perfectionist. But he did a great job. And people are talking that this is going to be the number one movie for the season. What do you think, Rita?
I think so. By the way, I agree, John. I could not wait to watch it. I loved it. And you could hear the whole crowd cheered when the parts where you were in there. You had such memorable parts. I mean, I love that part with the orange ball where he was deciding, okay, I need something special. And your lines were delivered. You're a pro, first of all. And I thought, I actually, and I'm not just saying this, John, I think this may be Oscar material. I'm not kidding. I think the movie's going to get nominated for some big awards. There were so many big names in that, including a great guy named John Catsimatidis.
Well, I tell you, it's been talked about worldwide already. The amount of, and it hasn't opened yet. And tonight we had family and friends. We took a theater on Kips Bay, and we filled it to the rim and gave out all kinds of healthy stuff. Corn and candy and potato chips, all kinds of healthy stuff that you only eat once a month. And it was really good. We had the governor was there, Governor Hochul was there, and Bruce Blakeman was there, might be the next governor. And I thought they were going to have a ping pong match for their first go at it. We had Tom DiNapoli was there, our controller for the state of New York, and so many VIPs and so many friends, and Greg Kelly was there, and Rita Cosby was there, and
Dominic Carter
was there.
I saw Dominic Carter too.
Carter
Yep.
He's a good guy.
Noam Layden. I saw Noam there too.
Yes,
Yep.
Yes, and James Flippin was there.
That's right. Yep, that was great. It was great. By the way, John, there was so much love and so much excitement. And what now? Give us the behind-the-scenes story, because Timothée Chalamet is a huge actor. So is Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, the two of them are megastars. What was it like working with Timothée Chalamet? And you were so spot on. Your delivery of your lines, John, I'm telling you, I think you're going to have to add actor, continuing actor in the future. But what was that moment like when you were working with him, and how did it go? I mean, how did the whole process come about?
Well, Rita, I always tell you the truth. I didn't know. I sat down and was playing opposite him, and I didn't know who he was.
You know what's so funny? I remember you telling me some guy named Timothée, and I'm like, it's Timothée Chalamet. Remember when I told you that?
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
I was like, as a woman, of course I know who Timothée Chalamet is. He's great.
Oh, the women were falling all over him in the movie. Oh, my God. I mean, how many women fell all over him?
Absolutely, and including Gwyneth Paltrow. And he's irresistible. He plays a great, you know what I love about the character and the movie is he has some chutzpah. He has guts, and he was fearless. And he reminds me of a guy named John Catsimatidis, who's fearless.
Well, I sat there and I was playing opposite him for about 6 hours, because the first shoot, I think it took like 12 hours to do the first scene. And after 6 or 7 hours, I was getting upset. You know why? The director was paying more attention to him than to me.
Oh!
I almost complained to the director. I said, "Why are you paying attention to him? How about me?" and then I found out that's the famous Timothée Chalamet, and by the way, very nice guy, a very good actor. Him too. He's a perfectionist and wants to make every scene the right way.
Yeah, you could tell he really cared about this movie, John. I mean, it's been blockbusters. By the way, you may not even know this. He was dating, or he is dating one of the Jenners, one of the Kardashian. It's part of the Kardashian clan. And I saw them on the red carpet in LA, and he had this great orange outfit on, like the orange ping pong ball. And you tonight had appropriately a great orange shirt and an orange tie.
And Margot had an orange jacket on.
Yes, she had a great one on.
And we had pink or orange ping pong balls. And during the reception where the press was there and all the people were around us, I started throwing ping pong balls into the audience.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great. John, that was great. So now here's my question. Will you act again? What do you think?
Guaranteed, if somebody asked me to do a movie like that, I'll never say no.
Yeah, you were terrific, John. You were so fun, and I loved you. Your delivery was clever. It was smart, and it was really sharp. And so I just want to be your agent and just get 10% when you when you end up doing like filling in for Tom Hanks or Brad Pitt in the future.
Rita, this was a major movie. These are major movie. It's going to be the hit of the season. And everybody's talking about Oscars already. But it's nice starting at the top.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely started at the top. And John, you held your own. And it was just fantastic. The story's great. And, before I let you go, John, the film, I told everybody that they have to go see this film. I was raving about it in the first hour of the show, and this one, too. We have listeners across the country, as you know, right now, John, millions listening. And this is a moment, I think, where the world's sort of a tough place. There's so many things going on in the world. It's a crazy time. And I think it's even more important to go to the movies with people you love and watch a movie that inspires you and reminds us that no matter where you are, no matter where you come from, dream big, right? I mean, I feel like the message of this movie is something, and I thought about this on the way coming to the studio, John. Your life too. You have this amazing life story. It's a dream big. I'm a first generation of, my parents came with $100, and you and I sort of, the sky's the limit. And I know Margot feels the same way. Talk about how important this movie is right now, and what perfect timing to feel good about life and take a chance.
Well, you're absolutely right. And Timothée Chalamet, the movie takes place in 1952. That's only 7 years after the World War II. And it shows how you could see he dreamt big. He knows he was good at ping pong, and he wanted to win the world championship. And that's what, he had a one-track mind. He would do anything to get to the big international championship in London first, and then Japan, and try to win that championship. And he aimed high, and he won.
And he won. Did you see a little bit of yourself in Timothée Chalamet?
Well, if you don't aim high, you know what I tell people? Like some of my friends that had kids in Astoria or Long Island City, and I said, don't dream about being the best person in Astoria. Dream about being the best person in the city or the country. So when you dream, aim high, and I think that's the best thing. And that's the book that I wrote, and I wrote about that, about dreaming high and aiming high, and a lot of grandparents bought my book, and a lot of parents bought my book, to inspire their kids or grandkids to aim high.
Well, you inspire all of us every single day. John, I love you. And Margot, what a great, great film. I'm so proud of you. And what an extraordinary night. And I was so honored to be there and spend it with you and cheer you on the silver screen, my friend. And I encourage everybody to go out and see this great movie. And can't wait to see you tomorrow. And everybody check out Marty Supreme with the great John Catsimatidis. John, I love you. Thanks for joining us.
Rita, thank you for being there, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I can't wait.
We're working tomorrow night, me and you, and the 5 o'clock on Cats and Cosby on WABC.
The best show by far, and I'm honored to sit next to you every day. I love you, John, and so proud of you and Margot and everything you've accomplished, including this great acting career now, too. Add that to your list. Your father and your mom are smiling from above, John. Bravo to you, my friend. What a beautiful, beautiful testament and beautiful life you are living, and we're so proud to know you. Thank you, John. We love you. Thank you. Everybody check out the great Marty Supreme with John Catsimatidis and much more after the break.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio. A message from McAfee.
I'd say howdy, but I'm not a real cowboy.
And I'm not a real alien.
We're deep fakes, and because of fakes like us,
it's hard to tell what's real.
Unless you have McAfee. McAfee's scam detector automatically identifies text and email scams.
And even deep fakes.
And it works everywhere, even out on the range.
Yeehaw! But you're not even a real cowboy.
If they're faking it, they're not making it past us. Get award-winning scam detection today. McAfee.com/keepitreal.
This is the Rita Cosby Show.
And by the way, everybody, you do have to check out Marty Supreme. It is such an amazing and fun movie. And boy, do we need a good, fun, inspiring movie right now in the world. And I want to be John's agent, maybe from here on out. You know, when he goes and accepts the Oscar, right, with Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow. Who knows? You never know, guys. Dream big. That's what Marty Supreme is all about. 1-800-848-9222. 1-800-848-9222. Let's go to Sandra in New Jersey. Sandra, your thoughts tonight. First off, have you seen all these great promos for Marty Supreme?
Oh, let me tell you, Rita, I was hoping you would pick me. I'm so excited to see that movie. My husband came into the kitchen. I said, we're going to see Marty Supreme. John Catsimatidis is in it. And I want you to know, Norman called me today. He saw it already, and he loved it. So I can't wait to see it. And I want to tell you, many years ago, I read a book. It had a picture of a ladder on the cover, and the point of the book was skip all those steps on the ladder, go straight to the top. That's what John does. He's an amazing man, and you are like taking the words right out of my mouth. That man is living such a beautiful life. He's doing everything, and he's such a happy guy, and he loves me. So I love him. Okay.
He is. By the way, he's the real deal in person too, Sandra. What you
so
see
lucky.
and what you hear, I am so lucky.
You are so lucky,
and he's a real That's why it's so funny. I thought about that on the way here. He truly is one of those people who's living the American dream. I mean, if you look at his bio, what a remarkable story. His father living on a lighthouse. He came over at the age of 6 months to the United States, truly living the American dream, dreaming big, being fearless and working just hard and working to win.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
At IKEA, your dreams can come true. Well, maybe not the ones where you're being chased by a monster. We're talking about kitchen dreams. And there are IKEA products and solutions for all of them. Whether it's a whole new kitchen, a statement glassware set, or just new cutlery. If you got big dreams or small dreams and any size of budget, IKEA can help you bring them to life. Visit IKEA.us/dreamkitchen to learn more. Dream the possibilities.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Retirement isn't just about closing out your career. It's living the life you've always dreamed of. With New York Life, you get the financial guidance to make it real. Start today at NYL.com.
Rita Cosby is on.
And I saw in the break, there's a great story in the New York Times, and it's about the premiere of Marty Supreme that took place. And by the way, as John mentioned, Governor Kathy Hochul was there, of course, Democrat, who is the current governor of New York, and also Bruce Blakeman, who is Nassau County executive and now GOP candidate for governor. Running against Kathy Hochul was also there. So who else could bring them both together at a fun movie premiere but John Catsimatidis? And John made a funny joke that they should play each other at ping pong. And that you got to read the article to see what Kathy Hochul said about that one. But it was very fun. And obviously all there to support John and this great, great movie and his big acting career. But it was an incredible premiere, everybody. And as we are talking about family, wow, family talk must be interesting at the Christmas table this year because Hunter Biden has just done an interview and it is a doozy. Hunter Biden was on the Sean Ryan show. And he didn't criticize his father, but he certainly criticized open borders and what happens when you have millions upon millions of illegal immigrants coming into this country. Listen to what Hunter Biden said. I think he swallowed some truth serum.
We don't want immigrants that are coming here illegally, draining us of resources, and also and being prioritized above people that are actual literal heroes that are coming home, or that are still recovering from 20 years of endless war, or anybody else in our society.
And Hunter Biden also said that disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, well, he let out a couple 4-letter words. We had to bleep it. Here it is.
And he had mistakes like every other president has had. Some that I may disagree with, but absolutely 100% had some real failures also.
What do you think some of those failures were?
I think one of the failures was the way in which they executed the withdrawal from Afghanistan. I think it was an obvious failure. I think 13 Marines are dead. I think that there was a better way to do it. And I think that, I can blame it on his generals. I can blame it on the people, the way in which we did it. But my dad always knew this also, is that the buck stops with him. I think that was a failure.
That's interesting. So he said the buck stops with him, meaning his father, but yet it was the generals, remember, who testified, and they were the ones who said that they didn't think there should be a pullout from Afghanistan. They thought there should be some troops left behind. They thought there was a lot of things that were done wrong. So I'm a little confused what's going on here. Not that he's going to be criticizing his father. I would never expect that. But he's criticizing a lot of the policies of his father. He talked about the dismal withdrawal. He talked about the effects of a wide open border and immigrants just pouring all over the place. I would say, you know what? Maybe he needs to be talking to his dad over Christmas about some of the mistakes he made. And I wonder, was he silent during his father's administration? Does his father even realize he made these mistakes too? We don't know. Well, here is Hunter Biden. This is cut number 3. And this is Hunter Biden also saying he regrets joining that Ukrainian energy company known as Burisma.
Was it a mistake to go on the board? Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely a mistake, not because of anything that I did that I am embarrassed about or in any way whatsoever feel conflicted about as it relates to what I did for Burisma, but because of the political position that put us all in. They used that as the toe in the door to be able to call my family the Biden crime family.
Because there were a lot of questions about the money tied to Burisma. And Hunter Biden also said all of these criminal proceedings, everything he's had to go through has cost him a lot of money, and he still owes a lot of it. Listen to this.
Litigation sucks. I've been tied up in criminal and civil and in courts, and I got I don't know $14-15 million in debt that I have no idea that how I'm going to be able to. I have millions of dollars in debt that nobody's riding to the rescue for Hunter Biden. My dad entered the presidency as the poorest man to ever take the office, and he left the presidency not poorest. Which he's fine, but we have no generational wealth. I don't have any, despite what these guys say, there's no billions of dollars buried underneath my dad's house in Delaware.
Sounds like things are still a bit of a mess in the Biden household. But I give Hunter some credit for at least speaking out and at least acknowledging some of the things that we're all seeing here, because yes, things are definitely a mess. And especially the fact that immigrants and what we have seen, especially with those who have committed, the illegal immigrants who have committed some serious crimes. Think about what it has done to our country, especially those who've had repeated criminal offenses. That is a major, major issue. And in fact, earlier today, we were talking with Todd Lyons. He is the acting director of ICE. And we were talking about the fact that they are now trying to incentivize people to deport, self-deport, to not wait until ICE maybe comes knocking on your door. And especially those who don't have any serious criminal history, to take advantage of it. It's a $3,000 stipend they'll kind of give you, a one-time deal, also a free flight home. You get home for Christmas, and then they say you'll go to the front of the line, and that once you're vetted, you could come back into this country. You go to the front of the line. So that's an interesting premise and an important one for people to hear, as opposed to suddenly getting caught up while they're doing these sweeps, especially of those with some very serious criminal history. 1-800-848-9222, 1-800-848-9222. And you are listening to The Rita Cosby Show. Let's go now to Norm in Brooklyn. And Norm, we heard earlier from Sandra that you went to Marty Supreme.
Yes,
first, before we get to the other stuff,
I don't
what
want
did
to
you
go
think?
into how I saw it. So anyway, but yes, Rita, I saw it. It was magnificent. John was great, and he should do more movies. Anyway, I enjoyed it, and Chalamet is I think the Gable, De Niro. He is. When I first heard of Chalamet, I thought he was a flyweight, but then I saw him in the Dylan movie, and this just pounded it home. He is the greatest actor, I believe, of our current 2025 going into 26.
And he's by the way, he's done some big parts too. Didn't he also do Dune and some other, like, some interesting ones, like totally different parts? He's to me, a really versatile actor, don't you think?
Yeah, he's versatile, and he is a heavyweight. I mean, I want to tell you something. I mean, to me, I've forgotten about De Niro already. Okay, I mean, De Niro was fabulous, and Goodfellas and all these, but Chalamet is he's where those guys took off, and he's great. I mean, he is great. I mean, in that role, I mean, he should get the Oscar for that role, in my opinion.
I agree. I think it is Oscar worthy. I thought it was absolutely spectacular. I also thought Gwyneth Paltrow was like supporting actress. I mean, she was
wonderful.
She was amazing. I mean, there's some really like interesting layers to the movie. It had a lot of twists and turns, and some surprising twists. It was fun.
Yes. And if you'll indulge me to talk quickly about Rhode Island.
Absolutely. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay. Well, look, for me, my interest in this case, the bloom is off the rose. I mean, it's like I'm kind of tired of it. Okay. I mean, there are murders every day here in New York. And yes, it's interesting, but the media's reaction and the screw ups with the administration and the no cameras, it's all interesting. I think this will come down to sex. I do believe that this had something to do. This is some sort of murky relationship sex thing going on there, in my opinion.
I don't know. What do you mean with the professor? Is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah, the professor.
But that doesn't explain why.
Portugal. There's something murky.
Well, there's clearly a relationship issue. I'm not saying there's sexual relationship, but there clearly is some sort of relationship issue because he seemed to obviously deeply resent that guy. So the question is, like you said, was there something more personal than we know? We don't know that yet. Was there, did he just resent the guy's success? He obviously first went to Brown University, and he was complaining about Brown, according to this former friend. So, but if there was that, why would he go to Brown University first?
Yeah. There's something really, I don't know. There's something very...
And you know the thing that's weird, Norm? I don't know I haven't seen anywhere what the guy did. I mean, you bring up some interesting points because we don't know what this guy did. I'm talking about the shooter. And why is that such a mystery? It shouldn't be such a mystery. What was he doing to earn a living? And apparently he had a lot of money in foreign accounts. So where did that money come from? Was it his money? Was it someone else's money? We all deserve to know. And you don't just go into a classroom and open fire. And he didn't leave a suicide note. Did he really kill himself? I mean, yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. We don't know. I don't believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Honestly, Norm? No? I don't think so. Do you?
Do I think that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? I think Jeffrey, I know what you say about the hyaloid bone and all that, but I do believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself.
Well, here's what someone else told me the other day, that according to reports, he was on the top of the bunk and jumped down. First of all, if you stand up on the bunk, you wouldn't be able to stand. So you have to believe he was like Crouching Tiger, and then he jumps, and still. Even Dr. Bodden, who I know very well, who is a top forensic pathologist, said the hyoid bone doesn't break. You can't break the hyoid bone, even if you're like in Barnum Bailey Circus and doing trapeze act.
I don't know, and he's certainly not such a sympathetic person that I really really give a damn.
Norm, you just hit it on the head, because he's not a sympathetic person. Yeah. That's why so many people believe that there were a lot of people out to get that guy. And there were a lot of people who certainly didn't want him to talk, to have names out. Look how much it's been like pulling teeth just to get the documents that continue to come out. And also Virginia Giuffre, her family doesn't believe necessarily. There's some people, at least close to her, that don't believe that she killed herself. And she even said, if I end up dead, I'm not suicidal. I didn't kill myself. And she ends up dead. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's not. I'm just throwing that out there. We don't know. We'll have to see. Norm, thank you very much, though. Always great to hear from you. We love hearing from you. Let's go to E. Frank in Astoria. Go ahead, E. Frank.
Yeah, Rita, I heard what you said about, Hunter Biden and his cousin, Ellen McKeon, and others in the Biden family were friends of mine, years ago.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not defending Hunter or President Biden, but I think that President Biden was overwhelmed with immigration. And under his administration, he did what he could to curb it. And
wait, E. Frank, you have got to be kidding me. I got to cut you off right there. You have got to be kidding me that you actually think that President Biden was doing what he could to curb it. I didn't see any efforts of him to curb it. It was wide open, and as many as 20 million people came in. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, or I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he didn't even realize what was going on because he was so out of it. But for you to sit there and make it sound like he was trying to seal the border, that's not correct, E. Frank.
First of all, he was elected a virtual president. He ran his campaign as a virtual president, and Donald Trump ran it as a regular. During the pandemic, Donald Trump ran his campaign normally, and people like the former guy that was Frankie Russo would say that Joe Biden was in the basement and knocking up women. I mean, it's awful the things they said about him. I'm not defending him.
And by the way, I've never said any of the I don't know what you're talking about, the knocking up women or anything crazy like that, E. Frank. But what I will say is, I do think Joe Biden was so out of it. I think the old Joe Biden, I'm talking about the previous Joe Biden when he had all his mental faculties, he was certainly a lot tougher on crime. You hear all this stuff of what he said in the past. He would have gone after those Venezuelan drug boats. That was the old Joe Biden. You hear clips of it. And then also Joe Biden, I think, wouldn't have been wide open borders like it clearly was. But I'm not going to believe on any shape or form from you, E. Frank, that he was like Clint Eastwood on the border, because that ain't true. But Merry Christmas anyway. Let's go to Joaquin in Pennsylvania. Joaquin, line 3. Give me some common sense after that one. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Actually, you know something? I'm a little bit disappointed in Norm also, but you know something, Norm? Happy Hanukkah to you. And really, Rita, Merry Christmas to you and to the whole WABC family.
Thank you, Joaquin. And to all of our great listeners, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and wishing everybody just a safe, beautiful holiday.
And I don't know if you saw what I put on X there. John Catsimatidis, hail to the new king of all media. He has now overshadowed the previous crown holder, Howard Stern.
Wow, you just put that. I'll have to show that to him. Joaquin, you got it right. You got it right. And I do think this film is Oscar worthy. Timothée Chalamet gives the performance, I think, of his life. I like Timothée Chalamet as an actor, but this film is great. John was spectacular and funny and had like an incredibly memorable part. I mean, it's like unforgettable. You see him in the trailer and in the film, you love him. I mean, he was great. He I feel like I'm sitting next to a future star tomorrow. So I told him I want to be his agent and get 10%.
There you go. That would be fantastic. You know, I put everything else on hold on tomorrow. Of course, we're going to start celebrating Christmas, you know, and so I'm not really going to be listening to anything tomorrow, you know. So
here's what you have to do. You got to promise Joaquin to listen to Cats and Cosby at least at 5:00 tomorrow, because we'll definitely talk about it some more, I'm sure. And Joaquin, thank you. Have a Merry Christmas. Thanks so much. And everybody, support our heroes.
The Rita Cosby Show presents Support Our Heroes.
And this is the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Support Our Heroes segment with a powerful story from Seymour, Tennessee, where an Army veteran was honored for his service during the Korean War. Veteran Billy Justice received the Ambassador of Peace Medal. It's an expression of appreciation from the Korean government to the U.S. to servicemen and women who served in the Korean conflict. He is now 92 years old, and he was a sergeant in the U.S. Army serving in Korea from 1953 to 1955. And everybody support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month to the great Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Be sure to check them out at t2t.org.
The Rita Cosby Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
It's the Rita Cosby Show.
And let's go real quick to Dom in Minnesota. Go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, Rita, I can't wait for the 2028 presidential debate with Hunter and AOC and Jasmine and J.D. Vance. That would be a picture to watch.
By the way, Dom, I actually did think about that, and I thought that maybe Hunter is preparing because he actually kind of hinted. I remember there were some previous stories in the last few weeks that said he doesn't rule out politics. So who knows? Maybe he'll be able to figure out the Parmesan and the cocaine. Remember that story that he shared publicly himself? You never know. Everybody have a beautiful and blessed Christmas. I love you all, and I'll talk to you right after Christmas.
Thanks for listening to The Rita Cosby Show. You can hear The Rita Cosby Show weeknights at 10 on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.